So I stopped drinking coffee a while ago because I have something called dissociation disorder, which means I'm always, like, I don't think anything's real, yeah? So, which explains a lot about my character and personality. All the times I've said space don't real, time don't real, it makes actual sense because I don't think any of it actually is real. Or my brain doesn't anyway. So I stopped drinking coffee even though I really love the taste because it was setting off my, like, I'd have some coffee in the morning, then by lunchtime I'd be like useless at work, you know. But then I met this guy the other day who was crazy. He looked totally normal, like someone you would find at a bar and maybe approach at a bar. Totally normal. But then he started talking to me about how he was a Gemini rising Virgo. Like, crazy people are just attracted to me. I don't mean like physically attracted. I mean, I'm just like a lure. I'm a lure for crazy people. They can sense my crazy, so they just... This happens to me all the time. I know a variety of characters from people who just come up to me and just start talking. But yeah, he was going on about star signs, and then we worked out like the sun and the moon that was present of when I was born and yada yada yada. Started obviously talking about like reptilians and aliens and consciousness, XYZ, and he said to me, if you drink coffee and it makes you get a bit jittery and disassociated, you should try L-theanine with the coffee. Now, L-theanine is an active compound. This has nothing to do with my video that I'm about to do, by the way. This is just some science for you. L-theanine is the active compound found in green tea, and it promotes relaxation and can help with focus. So green tea is very good to drink. As an aside, if you're doing MDMA, I don't think you should, we're sober on the Alizee channel, but if you're doing MDMA, it's good to drink green tea alongside because it might make you feel less bad when the inevitable come down comes. So then I looked up L-theanine some more, and the nootropics that I sometimes take called Mind Lab Pro, they have this in them because it helps with focus, apparently, I don't know, and concentration, though nothing can fix my concentration. But the guy said if you take L-theanine, some tablets of it with coffee, you shouldn't get the jitters. So we're testing that out this morning. I've taken 2. So we're going to find out. I've taken 400 mg of these, 500 actually. I'll have some coffee and we're going to find out. So I might completely break down on camera. But we'll see. Either way, it should be quite amusing. I have depersonalization and derealization, and I might possibly do a video one day on what it's like living with it and dealing with it. Spoiler alert, not very well. Actually, it was a lot worse a few years ago. I've kind of calmed down, and you just learn to get on with it. For today's video, another classic one coming from the Metro, of course. Friends fan sued by Robert De Niro company after binge watching astounding hours of the show at work. Most people, when they come across an article like this, would probably think, wow, what a dickhead. I thought, wow, what a legend. I aspire to be this level of lazy one day. I spend most of my time at work editing videos secretly and watching TV anyway. But to be this much of a time waster is truly something we should all be working towards. It's like no one told you life was going to be this way. Your life's a joke, you're broke, and you can't even watch Friends at work. Metro, you could have at least tried to make that rhyme with your love life's DOA. You could have just said, your life's a joke, you're broke, your work life is DOA, because she's been sued now. Metro, it would have been so easy. Why don't you just hire me? I'm a good writer. I know them words and things. One woman found this out the hard way after receiving a lawsuit for binge watching astounding hours. I hope they really use that in like the legal papers. Astounding hours of the hit sitcom during working hours. The former employee of actor Robert De Niro's production company, Canal Productions, there's me being like, oh, Canal, rhymes with anal. Productions is suing, is suing for millions of dollars over the incident, which allegedly saw the former employee order takeout at the company's expense and cause general financial mayhem, a report said. This is what I mean by what a legend. General financial mayhem in the report. According to a report in Variety, a £4,928,940, thank you, please use real terms when living in England, lawsuit was filed against a Chase Robinson, I don't know what that is, Is that a person or is it just a term? What's a Chase Robinson? Sound off in the comments below. Who was hired by De Niro as an assistant back in 2008 and moved up the ranks to become vice president of the production and finance at the production company. So she did some hard work for a few years and became vice president. She's allowed some time off, surely. As part of her job post, which she was promoted to in 2017, the lawsuit stated that Robinson was in charge of the oversight of the employees' use of company funds, but had been accused of breaching her fiduciary excuse me, what the fuck? Right, oh, fuck off. I was going to copy and paste that into Google to try and get the proper spelling of it, but every time that you copy and paste just a word from a Metro article, it adds in the entire URL because they are that desperate for you to have views. So if you're sending like a quote to your friend on Facebook, it will automatically add in the article because they're that fucking clingy. The Metro, you are just like an ex-boyfriend that won't fuck off. Fiduciary. I could have got that by myself, thanks. Breaching her fiduciary duties, a violation of the faithless service doctrine and conversion. While she hasn't commented on the lawsuit, her resignation email reportedly dismissed her concerns about her expenditure as ridiculous. She sounds like me. What do you mean you want to fire me? Because I didn't come to work. When I did come to work, I was watching Friends, I was high on coke, and I was ordering takeout all the time. You lot are ridiculous. You lot are the real problems. Sounds like every entitled YouTuber ever. The lawsuit has said that Robinson had been racking up hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of bills for personal items on the company credit card and using the petty cash fund. Yeah, but look, right, Robert De Niro net worth, me desperately justifying this person's actions because I think they're funny. Oh, he's worth 300 million. He could, spare £1 million or so. She worked her way up to the company. What's the problem? The former employee is also accused of allegedly submitting fake documentation in order to be paid for 96 days of unused holiday. 96 days? We only get like 28 days of holiday in England. What? Whilst also jetting off to LA to pick up and deliver signed coffee table books based on De Niro's film Taxi Driver, NBC reported. But out of all the accusations made against Robinson, a claim that the former employee binge-watched astounding hours of TV shows on Netflix is probably the most absurd yet slightly understandable. After all, who doesn't love a good series? I completely agree. Honestly, if I'm at work sometimes I've got nothing to do because I'm so good at my work I can just get it done right rather quickly. It's not difficult. I'll just sit there and watch like some Korean dramas. Shonggal Bong-soon, that's the one you want to watch on Netflix. The lawsuit report stated that over the 4-day period between Tuesday, January 8th and Friday, January 11th, 2019, 55 episodes of Friends were accessed. That is a lot of episodes. They're about 20 minutes long each. I suppose you could do it. The other day I watched Code Geass. Shut up. I watched Code Geass Season 2 in a day. That's 12 hours of anime and most of it was done at work. Don't tell my boss, otherwise I'll get sued. The shinning, you want to get sued. I mean, I don't feel jittery or funny yet, but I do definitely feel a little bit hyper from the coffee. On top of her Friends binge, the report also stated that Robinson watched 32 episodes of Friends on a single Saturday, which may not seem that absurd if she wasn't supposed to be working. That is a She must have really liked Friends. I did that with How I Met Your Mother. The last season of How I Met Your Mother was ridiculous, by the way. Maybe she set a record. One of us should try and beat this record. See how many episodes of Friends you can watch in one day. New YouTube video idea. Inspired by this article. I should do that. On a Sunday though. Not when I'm actually at work. I'll see how many episodes of Friends I can watch in one day. Variety also reported that over a 4-day period, the former production and finance vice president binge-watched 20 episodes of Arrested Development and 10 episodes of Schitt's Creek. This person just sounds like me, except I watch Chinese, South Korean and Japanese dramas. Besides the cultural difference, the parallels between us are parallel. The suit added, watching shows on Netflix was not in any way part or related to the duties and responsibilities of Robinson's employment, and on information and belief was done for her personal entertainment, amusement and pleasure at times when she was being paid to work. Well, why else would you watch Netflix? Like, not for your amusement and pleasure. I'm totally on this woman's side. I think she should sue them for unlawful dismissal. In this day and age, how important is a job anyway? When so much is automated and is going to be taken over by the robots, like, jobs don't really mean anything. Just saying stupid things in front of my audience now. Jobs don't really mean nothing, do they? They don't really exist. I don't think this lady is lazy in the slightest. I think that she's actually a legend. If I had a production company, I would just put her in charge of being like the test audience for any TV shows that we're going to produce. She seems to like TV enough, so there you go. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you next time.